Shifting the Dial is an innovative 3-year partnership project involving Birmingham Repertory Theatre, Centre for Mental Health, First Class Foundation, and Birmingham and Solihull Mental Health NHS Foundation Trust, funded by the National Lottery Community Fund.
So the Fix It event came together through the partners, so we have Centre for Mental Health, Lightpost Theatre Company as part of the Birmingham Rep, and also First Class Foundation. And we decided that we needed to create an event that actually looks at employability, so how young black men are affected by the current systems that are in place and how they can start to develop entrepreneurial skills using social media and other aspects that will help them to grow and move forward. So we decided that an event would be great to do with speakers who are using social media as a tool to propel their entrepreneurial career forward. And we decided that it would be good for young black men like myself and like many others to actually see the visibility of these people in the community.
First Class Foundation is all about creating a first class nation. So what our aim is that we want to help to reduce youth violence, also improve mental health, resilience, and connect young people to their purpose.
Shifting the Dial is a 3-year program, and in its current iteration is due to finish next March, where we will be reporting findings from our evaluation.
Coming up to Birmingham to this event, we've seen an example of role models who can benefit young black men, who can build up resilience in young black men's mental health and benefit the black community in general. And one of our fears is that this sort of thing doesn't get the exposure that it needs. So we definitely want to keep things like this going for as long as possible because it's needed, the need is there.
Young black men face multiple mental health inequalities, with bigger risks from experiences of racism, discrimination, and trauma. Yet their needs are often overlooked or misunderstood.
So my involvement was really to help bring together the speakers, advertise so that we could get a nice turnout and get people to the event that would be able to implement some of the things that we've been discussing today, such as ways we can overcome barriers for young black men in employment, but also people that may just be on the journey themselves and may just want to feel inspired. So I was hosting the event, I hosted the panel discussion. So I'm hoping that as a result of this event, we'll be able to start to hold some people to account that can actually inflect the changes that we're looking for, which is actually to go into the community and say to young people, actually there are opportunities for you, we do want you here, we do want you to develop that portfolio career, and we want you to be able to be a mentor and role model for your own community so that people like yourself can feel inspired also.
We've seen a panel of guests who have been able to do these things for themselves and can offer a different way for the young men to sort of do this for themselves rather than going down a negative pathway as can often happen. That's just one of the aspects I think that we're looking for from events like these.
Through the Dear Youngers program of mentoring workshops and Lightpost Theatre creative arts activities, it reached more than 500 young black men in Birmingham, as well as system leaders and decision makers.
So what we want to achieve is we want to close the gap. We don't want it to feel like, oh, you have to be a certain kind of person or be from a certain socio-economic background to get an opportunity. Everyone that you're able and you've got the passion for it, you can strive to get there as well. So we want to make sure that they know that they can reach for it, they can succeed, and the steps to success are at their doorstep.
I think in order to improve the mental health of young black men, we need to have more programs like the ones we've discussed today, programs like Lightpost and like First Class Foundations that actually encourage young black men to speak, because a lot of the times we grow up in a society where we don't see black men showing those vulnerabilities, particularly in the media, particularly on, if we want to translate that to social media. We don't see young black men on there speaking about their experiences and how it's actually impacted them in a way that's caused them to kind of internalize those emotions and the dangers of doing that. So I think if we highlight stories like we have today of people that have actually experienced something, but instead of kind of going the other way of not wanting to communicate, they're actually here and they're actually telling their stories. So I think the way we can improve our mental health is by being willing to share and be in those vulnerable spaces to actually know that you are going to be supported and going to be guided through how you might be feeling at the moment. So I think we just need to continue the work that we're doing as a project and find new ways of articulating the nuances of the Black experience.
We really need to see concerted effort and investment into young people's mental health, but we also need to think about more dedicated support for young Black men, because our research shows that they're more likely to be overrepresented in restrictive mental health settings and don't get the help they need early enough. So we need more programs such as the projects under the Shift in the Dial program that really look at boosting young people's resilience, building their skills, their capabilities, and all those things we hope will act as protective factors in promoting good and positive mental health.
We also need racism and the effects of it to be recognised and not debated anymore as a factor of negative mental health.
The report is an evaluation of the project, with much of the research conducted by peer researchers. Shifting the Dial enabled young men to boost their well-being, gain confidence, and learn new skills during a period of extreme adversity, during pandemic and following the murder of George Floyd.
So Dear Youngers is actually in charge of putting this together, so getting all these different stands and all these different people from universities to NHS to HS2 together into one space. A lot of the kids here, they actually don't know what they want to be when they're older, so it's kind of letting them kind of funnel that down, focus, and use what they're actually gifted and uniquely built to do, and kind of finding the way to do that for them.
Birmingham stands for Make a Difference Birmingham, and we do things where we engage young people, we do mentoring, outreach, detach, and make a difference in our community for positive young people. So we've been working in partnership with First Class Youth Network and the NHS, and they asked us if we would like to get a stall and get involved and have an impact on our community and help the young people to showcase this wonderful, terrific opportunities event for young people.
We were contacted by the Birmingham Solihull Mental Health Foundation Trust to support them to be able to tailor this event for the community, to ensure that young people would want to come, would be young people friendly, so not too formal. So we've been part of the kind of steering group and coordination. We worked with the Youngers Project as well to get young people to do outreach work, help with designing the flyer, getting DJ RJ to make it interactive. And then today we've been doing kind of interactive work with the young people, going out to young people saying, oh, okay, what are your interests, what are your hobbies, and showing them how their interests can apply to jobs.
So somebody like Lenice, she started off as a participant, then became a volunteer, and now she's a member of staff. We've got this young man here, Laurel. He started off as a participant, now he's actually a member of staff and he's doing an apprenticeship.
Government, the NHS, and charitable funders need to take steps to boost young Black men's mental health. This must include tackling racism and racial injustice, as well as investing in communities and working in partnership with young men.
Well, to have a positive impact on our community, to showcase the opportunities that young people are doing and getting young people into positive destinations and helping them on the right positive career journey, whether it be in NHS, whether it be in youth work, whether it be in teaching, whether it be in HS2, construction, whatever it is that young people's dreams are, it's about challenging it, it's about enhancing it and providing the right opportunities so young people can follow their dreams.
Taking away the stigma of having to be to what a Black man is. I think people think being a Black man is just kind of being tough, unapproachable, not really sharing your emotions, but actually it's about being consistent, transparent, being confident and bold to say that against all the odds, you're still going to strive to be the best that you can.
I think it's important that we bring these services to the young people. So sometimes you might have to bring the service to their front door, bring it to the young people so the young people can always access the services, make the service accessible to young people. Like today was amazing because the community knew about it, but so many events like this happen and the young people don't know because it hasn't gone to the right organisations or the right organisations aren't distributing information. So organisations like Mad Birmingham, First Class Youth Network, Unruly Shellers, great organisations that are working in the communities, making a difference so that young people's voices can be heard.
What we hope to really do with the findings from this evaluation is use it to influence change. So we'll be disseminating the learning, to practitioners, to policymakers, to politicians, to make sure that they can really act on all of the insights we've been able to gather through the programme.